Been a while, actually. This feels weird. Hi, Rose. It has been a while. Long time no see. Oh man. Oh. Don't worry about that. There is a point at which I stopped streaming for like a week or two just because I took a break and then my mic broke and it was ridiculous. But I hope your exams went well.
Alrighty, guys, it's finally time. That's right, it's time for the long-awaited
Oh no.
class trial.
I mean, at least you got them finished. Honestly, I was like that though. I almost failed frequently. I was always this close with all my grades.
Now then, I shall tell you all the meeting place. At the central island of Jabberwock Island, there is a mountain with my adorable face carved into it. That, my friends, is Monokuma Rock. Once you're there, please proceed to the underground by taking the elevator located at the secret entrance. I'll see you soon.
So you're just waiting for your results now then? From your exams? A mountain with a carving of Monokuma's face, Central Island. God. Come on, Hajime. Imagine seeing this. You already got the results. Oh. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I really wasn't thinking. It has been a while since I've been in school.
Are you kidding me?
What the heck is that mountain? When did that get there? Never mind that. How'd they even make a mountain shaped like Monokuma?
No way.
That story might be true after all. There might be an enormous organisation involved in all this. You mean what Byakuya said before, right?
You are right.
Byakuya, we still needed his knowledge. I still can't believe he's dead. I'm not saying his name that many times, I'm sorry, Ibuki. What happened to Gundam and Fuyuhiko? Now that you mention it, it appears they aren't here yet.
I got it!
I know, they probably ran away.
No way!
Hell no, there's no way I'd let them escape, you know. Look, I dragged this one back over there.
Don't fuck with me!
I'm telling you, let me go.
Hey!
If you keep acting violent, I might just eat you up.
Hey!
Fuyuhiko, what the hell were you doing all this time?
Huh?
Nothing, I wasn't really doing anything. I was just chilling in my room when I suddenly heard that fat bastard got killed. Who the fuck cares about that anyway?
You.
How can you say something so irresponsible?
Do you understand?
We've been doing our best to investigate this murder, even though we don't want to, just to survive.
Wait.
Mihiru, that's enough. You too, Fuyuhiko. Dumbass. And I guess we're waiting for Gundam?
What happened?
I am right here. Did you just call me a sinner?
Now then, let us begin.
Remember this well, a main character arrives when he intends to. Huh?
Hey.
It seems you noticed it too. If I did, then I'm right.
Well now.
Alright, now that everyone's all together, let's take the secret entrance to the trial field. Wait a second.
What's this?
My Monomi, what are you doing here? Nobody asked for you.
What?
Jess, you want to join in?
You masochistic mascot.
Do you want to taste how powerless you are at the class trial? You're an even bigger masochist than I thought.
Special bleeding service.
Oh well, I'm a big brother who dotes on his little sister. I shall allow your special participation.
See ya later.
I'll go on ahead and wait for you guys. So hurry over.
Huh?
You told us to come, but how do we get there? I don't see any doors or vehicles.
What's going on?
He mentioned something about a secret entrance. Was it... secret entrance? Yo, this is real sus though.
Be happy!
You humans have been spared. Okay. Okay. I know you, Terry. You're wondering about Gundam too, right? You too, huh?
That is...
A huge organization, so my kingdom has been cast in doubt. However, I do not think my government would participate in something like this. Please don't yell.
Damn it!
I don't want to go. Is there any way I can run away from this? At least he didn't yell. This is our battle to avenge Byakuya, but I feel quite disheartened. Let's stop this bad joke. Why don't we have dinner instead?
That's weird.
What happened, Hajime? Are you scared? Seriously, you're such a wuss. Are you doing okay? You look like you weren't feeling too well earlier.
No.
Don't worry about it. I appreciate your concern, however there are other things we should be focusing on. Okay. You cool. You good. It's alright, Ibuki.
Well,
In RPG video games, it is common for secret areas to be underground. Comparing our situation to a video game. That's so unreal.
so annoying.
Jeez, how boring.
You.
Whatever, let's go inside already. Fuyuhiko, I see you. I don't give a flying fuck if that fat pig is dead. Who fucking cares? Seriously. God, do I need... I feel like Fuyuhiko turns this game into like... I need to put swearing warnings on this. I thought I was bad enough already. Did I already speak to Mahiro? I don't know.
This is the worst.
We gotta find the killer. If we don't, we're the ones who are gonna get killed. Oh, and me can't.
Why?
This is definitely strange. Why is this happening? Why? Why do we have to find the killer? Ow, look at the rock. Just leave it on this. Okay. What the? Something's shaking. This is dangerous. Everyone, please get down. Okay. Something came out.
No.
Could it be? Is he telling us to enter it?
What?
Such a suspicious aura. Even Crimson Steel Elephant Magazine is trembling with fear. This is totally suspicious.
Hey.
Forgive me. Seriously, just forgive me already. Why don't we just stop here? I mean, none of this is real anyway. Like, not even remotely.
No way.
There's no way. There's just no way we'll find the killer.
Stupid.
Complaining won't get us anywhere. If you're really a man, then man up, for God's sake. We've come this far. We have no choice but to keep moving forward. You're right, there's nowhere for us to run. We need to do it. If that's everyone's decision, I'll just follow you guys.
Yep.
If this were a video game, it'd have a very high difficulty level. Let's do our best to clear the game. Shaking with fear and nervousness, I hesitantly lifted my feet and stepped onto the escalator. I won't think anymore. You should probably keep thinking, Hajime. Now's not the time to stop thinking. If I think, I'll run away. All I could do was stare upward intensely as the escalator carried me. God, that's terrifying, actually. Imagine that. And when each of us had entered Monokuma Rock. Oh, another elevator. The only way to truly see how many people have died in this game. This is an elevator. I see, this entire rock is an elevator. Once again, Monokuma is doing what he pleases.
However,
If he's gone this far and made something like this, I don't think he's playing around. Even so, we're going pretty deep. You're right. An unnerving chattering sound inside my head. I soon realised it was the sound of my teeth. I need to see someone about that. All I could do was purse my lips tightly so everyone else couldn't hear it. It's really bad for your teeth, Hajime. Don't grind your teeth. There we were, listening to unpleasant roars as the elevator plunged deeper and deeper into the earth. Some time passed before the elevator finally finished descending, and then the elevator door slowly opened.
Welcome!
Loving the... It looks like a giant iPad, that giant screen there. It just looks like a tablet, but too big. Welcome. This is the class trial field. How do you like it? It's a special place that'll decide your fates.
Why, you?
What the hell is he thinking? Looking at a shitty looking place like this. Doesn't look that bad. You fucking crazy? Don't mess with me, asshole. How about you calm your language a bit, actually? Complain all you like. I'm used to it by now. You're wasting your time and energy. Hurry up and take your seats where your names are written. It looks like everyone knows. Even if we try to resist, it won't change a thing. Just as Monokuma ordered, we walked towards the seats we had been assigned. From this point on, we need to find out who killed Byakuya. And it wasn't me. The ultimate affluent progeny, Byakuya Togami. He is overly critical, arrogant, and condescending. But he also had a strong sense of responsibility. As we were panicking, he accepted his role as leader and tried his very best to keep us together. A guy like him got murdered. The person who did it is one of us. I can't believe it. There's no way I can believe it. But if it's really true, we need to find out by any means possible, because that's our only option. There is no way for us to survive unless we sacrifice the killer. And so, this life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun. Save, please. Oh, do I have any skills actually? Don't think I have. Don't think I got that far. No, I haven't. What's my difficulty on? Mean logic, but gentle action. Enjoy the story, but I have to solve the mystery. Alright. Okay. Just gotta have some belief in myself, I suppose.
then, let's begin
Oh, I have to
with
do
a
the
simple
tutorial again.
explanation of the class trial.
I read the tutorial since the first game. Oh, exciting.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Such a cruel rule.
Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us?
Yes.
Most definitely. There's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among you.
Monocomb is decent with his rules, I suppose.
Such a sad state of
Oh,
affairs,
shiver.
isn't it?
Oh,
By the way, this class trial is gonna be 100% fair, so there's no need to worry. I'm the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate Monami, of course.
that's harsh.
You hate me that much?
Oh, fuck, she's depressed and hanging on a rope.
Now, let's begin.
You're telling us to begin, but what are we supposed to do?
No complaining, let's just settle this with our fists.
Were you even listening to the rules? Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in the dining hall, huh? Then everyone there is a fucking suspect.
Yeah, what you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right?
No shit. You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me.
Huh? What does that mean?
Anyway, why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue on our minds?
Huh. The most pressing issue on our minds?
Where we found the body. It's very strange to find a body underneath the table.
I don't know. Is it? I think it's strange to find a body anywhere, Naruto.
Then, let's start with that mystery.
The reason why Byakuya's body was discovered under the dining hall table. We can start with that, but ultimately we need to find out who murdered him. If we can't do that... No, thinking about if is a waste of time. We have to do this, no matter what. Class trial has finally started. From this point on, I'll provide simple tutorials at every important moment. I'm sorry, but please excuse my ear-tainting rudeness. As things progress during each class trial, you'll engage in a number of non-stop debates. It's been a while. During these discussions, all of your classmates will speak one after the other without any breaks. It's up to you to reveal any lies or mistakes contained within their statements. This means you'll have to use the truth bullets to refute what they say. Of all the truth bullets you find during your investigation, only the relevant ones will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the mouse to move the reticle, then fire with the left mouse button. Pay close attention to each character's statements, and choose your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you'll automatically fail, so please be careful. It's not something I'm scared of. I did that a lot in the last game. If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay. Right. Nothing really gets on me. Okay.
Why was Byakuya's body in a place like that?
How do I change the thing?
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
No.
Huh? Why? Obviously by hiding the body. They tried to delay its discovery! Like a dog burying a bone!
What he just said was strange. It clearly contradicts the information I know. Yes,
Why was
I don't know.
Byakuya's body
No, how do I
in
speed
a
things
place
up
like
again?
that?
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
I'll sit through it.
After the killer murdered Byakuya,
You know what? No, you're not giving me anything else. Cheers. Fast forward control. Okay.
they probably moved the body there.
Oh god, the sensitivity is horrific.
No, that's wrong.
I need to turn that down. I have to deal with it for this trial, I think.
No, I don't think the killer moved the body.
Huh? Why?
Because you're a dumbass.
Try to remember what the body looked like when we found it under the table. Though there was a lot of blood everywhere, there was no sign the killer actually dragged the body through it.
So that's why you think it's impossible that the killer moved the body. I see. I get your point.
Oh, and here I thought I had a genius idea.
No, not for the game, actually.
Too bad you're so stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless.
I believe I'd characterize him as the hero of this game. The Yasuhiro.
I respond better to praise, you know.
But if the killer didn't move the body, why was it under the table?
Byakuya was probably killed under the table.
You.
What? You think he was killed under the table?
Yes.
So Byakuya snuck under the table for reasons unknown, and that's when he was killed.
Yes.
Then, shortly thereafter, we found his body under the table.
Teaches you to not go under tables.
That does make sense, but why did he go under the table?
Obviously, he was hiding so he could surprise us. That dude was always a big jokester.
The hell he was? You seriously couldn't tell what kind of person he was?
Maybe he panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
It's a blackout, not an earthquake. Just because the power went out doesn't mean you dive under the table.
The reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, don't you think?
The reason Byakuya dove under the table, if it's connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, then it's probably...
I can prove it with this.
Oh yeah.
It probably
I
has
haven't
something
lost
to
that
do with the
talent.
knife we found under the table.
Knife? Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams, I am the murder weapon!
Yes.
Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there. So in order to get it, he moved under the table.
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility. But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right?
Then, instead of knowing about it beforehand, maybe he saw it right at that moment. Like, for example, he might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
No, that's not possible.
Pardon? You interrupt my woman? Milady? How dare you interrupt her?
What? You seem rather confident about that.
Of course. I have proof to back me up.
Come on then, fight me.
This is almost like a real trial!
During the previous statement, there was only one weak spot. But from this point on, there'll be various weak spots standing in your way. No matter how many weak spots there will be only one lie or contradiction in the debate at a time. This means there will be false weak spots. If you shoot a false weak spot with a truth bullet, not only will you fail to refute what was said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. If your influence gauge reaches 0, you'll fail, so please be extra careful. You have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or mistakes. Also, if you concentrate by holding the space key, you can progress the argument slowly. Please use it whenever you feel like the statements are moving too fast for you to aim. However, this does consume the focus gauge, so please be careful. press the escape key during the arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Again. Right, yeah. Knife, bloodstain, gaps, timer. Night vision goggles. I know what I'm clicking on.
I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table during the blackout.
That sounds correct. If that's the case, during the blackout, Mr. Ham-Hands must have seen the killer take the knife.
But it was super pitch black! It was so dark I couldn't see my food!
That sucks.
Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
No, that's wrong.
Malloy?
No, Byakuya was probably the only one who was able to see in the dark.
Why do you say that?
He was using those night vision goggles we found under the table. He could have seen what was happening.
So, are you saying Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Your reasoning is out of focus.
Oh.
No, that's obviously
That's so
wrong. It
rude.
should be the other way around.
People in the first game were more polite than this.
Other way around?
Seriously? The killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
Were you surprised by my hero's sudden argument? I knew it'd happen at some point. I didn't realise this quick though. Just between you and me, I was also surprised. Just kidding, I'm sorry. Now then, when this kind of argument surfaces, you'll go into a one-on-one debate called Rebuttal Showdown. Sounds like the worst time of my life, doesn't it? In this mode, you have to counter the other person's claim, draw out their weak spots, and argue against them. Please counter the other person's remarks with the Wazda keys. Okay. Based on the shape of their remarks, it's important to know whether to cut vertically, sideways, or diagonally. Oh no! And based on that, you can skew the debate's mood to your advantage. On the other hand, if you ignore the other person's remarks, it will skew towards their advantage. If the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, a number that shows the sharpness of your counter is displayed. This is the number of times you can cut remarks during the one round of the debate. You'll lose counts of sharpness even if you miss, so please be very careful. Oh, I'm stressed. When the mood skews to your advantage for a certain length of time, the other party's argument changes. This means the conversation will develop. If that happens, they'll end up divulging some weak spots. However, you cannot normally cut remarks that contain weak spots. Instead, it'll skew the mood toward the other party's advantage. Plus, it's going to be very big. Just like a regular debate, please refute any weak spots with the left mouse button. Oh no. I need 5 hands. Of course, if you don't have the correct truth blade, you'll not be able to cut an opponent's remark. What's a truth blade? I'm terribly sorry it appears there's been a delay in contacting you. I'll make sure the person in charge of contacting you takes a very long vacation. In this mode, truth bullets are called truth blades. That's about it. There won't be any other changes to your handbook menu. Only the name has changed, but don't you think a change in feeling is important? If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay.
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
I can't back down.
Oh. Fuck.
If you just use common sense. The killer obviously used those night vision goggles. That's gotta be it.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality,
That's so those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Fuck. I'm sure Byakuya brought the night vision goggles.
Because if they used night vision goggles, then they could have killed Byakuya even in the dark. I mean, in reality. So those goggles were planned and the killer brought them to the crime scene.
Allow me to cut through those words. No, Byakuya was definitely the one who brought those night vision goggles.
Definitely? But why?
That's gonna stress me out.
Inside the Duralumin case Byakuya had with him during the party, we found a smaller case for storing the night vision goggles.
Which means we can assume that the night vision goggles were kept inside that Duralumin case as well.
Okay.
Woohoo! I said assume! Ibuki never uses such clever language.
There you go. Good for you.
Thus, Byakuya was the only one who could have taken the night vision goggles out of the case, since he was carrying it around before the blackout in the first place.
I see. When you put it like that, it makes sense.
Then, was that knife inside the case too?
No.
If there were night vision goggles inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too.
It definitely would. Why would he have a knife?
It would be weird.
Yeah.
I am weird, aren't I? At times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about tonight's main dish.
You trouble me.
Ooh, you totally mean that in a perverted
He
way.
does. Definitely. The knife is brought in the Dueling case along with the night vision goggles too. No, that's not possible. The knife is hidden in the dining hall before the party even started. I should be able to prove it.
I see! There was duct tape left under the table where the body was found.
Huh? Duct tape?
They probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so that's why we found duct tape there.
Yes.
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
This may be off topic, but why was Byakuya acting so paranoid? Not only did he bring a self-defense kit, but he had night vision goggles inside the case too.
That's true. He went above and beyond being a little cautious.
Can't blame him.
Now that you mention it, that applies to the dangerous items he confiscated as well. It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check is a bit much.
He
He has
probably
motive.
knew someone was planning to commit a murder.
Yeah.
Are you saying he predicted the murder? Could it be? Was he also in possession of the all-seeing eye?
You think so too, right, Hajime?
Right. That's right. Byakuya probably knew there was a possibility that a murder would occur. Murder threat. Be careful, the first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone. Very sad.
I can prove it with this! Everyone, can you please take a look at this?
Hey, the hell is this? Hajime and I found this in Byakuya's cottage.
It looks like a threatening letter someone sent to him.
So, who's the someone?
Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
Wasn't me!
Are you sure?
The only lies I tell are friendly lies!
I'm gonna use that one. That's a good line.
Those are still lies.
It doesn't matter who wrote it yet. So, Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter?
He probably decided to throw a party because of the letter.
What do you mean?
By gathering everyone in one place, he tried to create a situation where everyone could keep tabs on each other. In doing so, he tried to put the writer of the letter in a situation where they couldn't act.
But the letter might have been just a little prank.
As long as he was determined not to let any of us die, he couldn't take that risk. His strong sense of responsibility made him believe the letter was legitimate.
I mean, if someone says that someone's going to murder someone, you might just be cautious for the sake of it, you know? Can't just
He
ignore
should've
that.
told us he received a threatening letter.
If he had, we would have panicked. Byakuya probably knew that too.
So, he tried to do something about it without telling anyone? I see. His strong sense of responsibility as our leader was his undoing.
Screw that noise! Who the hell wrote that letter?
Well, obviously, the killer.
The killer? Is it really one of us? Who is it? Among us, who's the one who killed Byakuya?
Enough already! Show yourself, you coward!
If they were willing to come forward, they never would have committed a murder in the first place.
But I still can't believe it. Someone in this room killed Byakuya. There's no way I can believe that yet.
Pardon me. Can I say something, please?
Yeah?
What is it, Miss Sonia?
I regret that I must return to this topic, but I just realized something concerning the night vision goggles.
Yeah?
If Byakuya was indeed wearing those goggles, how did the killer manage to navigate in the dark?
You're right. They wouldn't have been able to see anything without the night vision goggles. But if the murderer had the goggles when they took the knife, then how did Byakuya see them?
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would have been difficult to see it in that darkness.
No, the killer definitely used the mark. And because of this mark, the killer was able to get to the knife from under the table into his hands.
I see!
Glowing paint.
What if the glowing paint was the mark? With that, you'd be able to get the knife even in the dark. In actuality, the knife we found under the table and the duct tape stuck to the underside of the table were both marked with glowing paint, right?
Does that mean the killer painted them in advance?
But painting them with glowing paint? It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen.
They had to have already known. That's why they used the glowing paint as a mark. Which means whoever set up the blackout is the killer.
That seals it. The killer is whoever was in the office with the circuit breaker. Which means it was you, Peko Pekoyama!
Peko killed poor Byakuya? Was this island not big enough for 2 glasses wearers?
Oh, Ibuki.
I am not the killer.
Oh, I guess she's not.
I love these idiots.
How can you believe her so easily?
But with Peko's height, I don't think she'd be able to reach the circuit breaker in the office.
I don't care about a technicality like that. Peko's the one who tripped the breaker and caused the blackout.
By tripping the breaker directly from the office, Peko was the one who caused the blackout. Is that really what happened? No. After this debate, blue-coloured weak spots will start appearing. If we call the weak spots you've been seeing up to now argue spots, the blue-coloured weak spots will be called agree spots. I can finally agree with people in this game. When shooting agree spots with truth bullets, you'll flip your way of thinking. Instead of arguing that the other person's testimony contains lies or mistakes, please fire the truth bullets that prove the other person's testimony is correct. When your truth bullets merge with their weakness, it will become a logically sound agreement. Isn't it a little hot in here? From now on, you must infer whether it's best to argue or agree based on what's being debated. If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well, good luck and have fun! Oh boy. Oh, I know what it is.
Since Peko was in the office, she could have caused the blackout at any time.
No, I'm not agreeing with you.
Impossible.
Huh? Why is it impossible?
Because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Oh, that feels so good.
No,
Just being able to
Peko was
agree
telling the
with
truth.
people in here. Oh, it's so nice.
Don't tell me you're crushing on Peko.
Shut up.
It's nothing like that at all. Nekomaru's account is actually Peko's alibi.
I've been trying to use it many times, but the door just won't open at all.
It's true. Someone was occupying the bathroom for a long time shortly after the party started. And it was finally freed up after Byakuya's body was discovered.
Then the person who was in the bathroom that whole time was actually...
Everyone else besides Peko was in the dining hall after the party started, right?
I see. So there's no way anybody else could have locked themselves in the bathroom except Peko.
I guess that would be true.
Yeah.
You locked yourself in the commode? You should have said so earlier.
There's no way she'd actually say that. Gosh, you're so insensitive.
If she locked herself in the bathroom for that long, there's no doubt. It's shit. Oh, there's no way she'd admit it. There's no way she'd admit she was taking a shit.
Hey, weren't you guys taught any basic manners, or were you raised in a locker room?
I'm sorry.
It's fine. How about we stop talking about this and move on to something else?
Don't worry, the smell wasn't that strong. I used the bathroom right after you, so you can trust me.
I said it's fine.
But still, you were in the bathroom for a really long time. Did you get food poisoning or something?
As soon as I stepped into the office, I felt this sudden rush of pain in my stomach. Because of that, I was unable to leave the bathroom, including when the blackout occurred.
Hey, how did it feel to do your business in the dark? Did you get excited?
Seriously, stop it.
Thank you, Hajime.
But still, your stomach pain. Was that really just a coincidence?
Like a winky dink.
Hey, what's the deal? Don't butt into other people's business, especially if you didn't do any investigating.
I'm only butting in because you fucking idiots are out of your element.
I'm not. Excuse you. This is where I belong.
Stop this childish nonsense. Just what do you mean by coincidence?
What I mean is it possible someone slipped her some laxatives?
And where would you get those?
Laxatives?
If so, the killer could have tripped the breaker as soon as that girl left the office, don't you think?
I see. That might have happened.
The question is whether Peko's stomachache was a coincidence or if someone intentionally caused it. Depending on the answer, the outcome of this trial could change drastically. What am I doing? Another one of these, okay.
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird.
Now that you mention it... You brought food to the office, right?
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
No, that's wrong!
Oh, she's not the only one that ate.
No, it's impossible that laxatives were slipped into the food in the dining hall.
Do you hear that? No, he hit me with that. No! No!
Because Peko wasn't the only one who ate that food. Akane ate some of it too.
If the food had laxatives in it, I'm pretty sure Akane would have had stomach issues as well.
I feel totally fine.
Like I said, the dishes are innocent. Don't go making weird accusations.
I apologize for causing a scene.
Fuyuhiko should apologize, not you. He's the one who made the laxative accusation.
What the fuck did you say, bitch?
Fucking hell.
Cease this bickering.
Thank you.
Let's just dismiss Pecco's stomachache as a coincidence and go back to discussing the blackout.
Yeah. We already know that, you trashy skank. You don't have to tell us.
Trashy skank?
As long as the murder happened during the blackout, then the blackout itself is what's actually important. So we need to make it clear how the blackout occurred. Back into it. I mean, it's kind of just landed me on it. I'm pretty sure that's all I need to use.
Who tripped the breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head.
She's gonna bonk
Throw
you.
a stone and hit it?
Maybe they used a remote control?
They probably messed with the breaker.
It does not have to be the breaker. They may have tampered with the power supply. and
That's my honey.
transmitters.
What?
Crap!
Come on. Technically the power supply.
Who
Fuck's
tripped the
sake.
breaker and how did they do it? If you can't answer that, did they throw a...
Maybe they used a remote.
They probably messed with the...
It does not have to be the breaker. They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters. Or maybe they caused a power surge?
There you go. It's basically the same. Come on. Power supply.
It's just as Mahiru said. The blackout was caused by a power surge. Of course, that's not a coincidence. Someone caused it intentionally.
Which is why those 3 irons were arranged to cause the blackout.
When you found them right after the blackout, the irons were still on, right?
So by leaving those irons on in the storage room, they deliberately caused a power surge.
Yeah. It seems that's how the killer caused the blackout.
Stupid fool!
Oh shit.
Hold on a second, let me speak
Okay.
too!
Okay.
What the heck?
You say the irons in the storage room were used to trigger the blackout?
Yeah.
That's inexcusable!
Alright. Okay, that's fine.
If the irons in the storage room caused the blackout, then for the killer to turn the irons off, you're saying they went all the way to this, then that means everyone who was when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect.
Advance.
No, just because people were in the dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
But the people in the dining hall, if the irons caused, then the killer had to go to the storage room and turn on the iron. Now do you intend
I
to
know, I
take back
slashed
what you
it.
said?
It's easy to just get ahead of yourself.
But the people in the dining hall weren't able to cause
No!
the blackout.
I didn't mean to click.
If the irons caused, then the killer had to go to the storage room.
Alright, calm down.
Damn it!
It was a mistake.
If the irons in the storage room caused the, then for the killer to turn the irons on, you're saying they went all the way to the then that means everyone who was when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect.
No, just because people were in the dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
But the people in the dining hall were if the irons caused the blackout.
Allow me to cut through those words.
Gonna have to get used to it.
The irons are just one reason the blackout occurred, but they weren't the direct trigger. The direct trigger was when the air conditioners in the dining hall and office clicked on.
The air conditioners!
The timers for both air conditioners were set to 11:30 p.m.
11:30 p.m. Mr. Ham Hands died around that time too.
Is it correct to be calling him that when he's dead? Don't know if that's appropriate.
I see. When the timers activated the air conditioners, the breaker was tripped and caused a blackout. I see. I understand. Indubitably.
Uh-oh.
Indubitably?
They probably checked the old building's energy usage in advance and used the irons to nearly max it out. So once they set the air conditioner's timers, they just had to wait until they started up on their own.
If so, even if Pekka was in the office, it still would have been possible to cause a blackout.
Indubitably.
Indubitably? Miss Sonia, not you too.
Good work.
Regarding the energy usage, they probably asked Monokuma about it.
Dun dun dun!
Shocker.
Is she right? Such a hateful bear! You deserve to die 1,000 deaths!
1,000, you say? If I died that many times, I might really stay dead, you know?
I doubt that.
Shut up! You guys just stay quiet! I couldn't have prevented the blackout even if I was in the office. But even so, I feel regret. If I was in the office, I could have reset the breaker in time. And maybe the murder wouldn't have occurred.
No, the breaker in the office was built into a high area of the wall that's impossible to reach.
Don't know why.
Resetting the breaker in that darkness would have been impossible, no matter what.
Sounds like you don't need to blame yourself.
Even so, the killer is so sly. I'm starting to worry we may never actually find them.
It's alright. You don't have to worry. Because they're just a petty killer, right? They can't defeat symbols of hope like you guys.
Huh?
There's no way everybody will lose now. This little incident will just be a stepping stone for you all.
Here he comes.
In the end, hope always wins. That's what I believe.
Nagito? What happened to you?
Nothing happened to him. He's been like this the entire time.
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, you have been saying this whole time that there's no way a killer could be among us.
Oh, is that so? Well, let's just put that minor detail aside for now and talk about the incident.
Okay.
For now, we found out how the blackout occurred. But the question is, who caused it, right? Anybody could have hid and set the timers for the air conditioners. Setting up the irons in the storage room could have been done before Byakuya set foot in the old building. What a shame. Any one of us is capable of that.
What are you implying?
You little bitch.
He's just saying, after all this time, we still haven't made any progress.
Huh? Even though we have been arguing for so long?
Unfortunately, it's the truth. Despite the fact that we've discussed this at length, there's not even one clue that leads to the killer. But that might be because there's no way any of us could be a killer.
I love how sus he becomes.
You're changing your story again?
Anyway, I have an idea about what we all should do at this point.
Oh, I keep getting the shivers. Oh.
Has anyone thought about our situation like this? Instead of surviving by doubting others, isn't it better to get killed for believing in others?
No.
Doesn't that mean... Are you saying we should all just give up and die?
I mean, that does kind of sound fun.
Nagito, there's definitely something wrong with you.
Yeah, you just caught on.
You guys only think there's something wrong with me because there's something wrong with you.
This conversation is basically the plot of this entire game. Just this man. Oh.
Suspecting each other like this. There's no way that's healthy behavior. Let's stop this already. We don't have to find out who the killer is. I can't stand this anymore. I don't want to do this to my friends.
I don't want to do this either.
Me too! Please, take me home already!
Don't start crying.
I want to go home and eat candy!
That's valid though.
Stop it. If everyone acts like this, I'm gonna...
Everyone calm down. We're all friends, aren't we? There's no way one friend would murder another.
Then why did Byakuya die?
Who cares? Let's just give up already. There are no clues that lead to the killer anyway. Not a single one.
That's wrong.
That's it, honey.
I
You
think.
tell
Did you say something?
Wait.
Because we've already found a clue that might point to who the killer is.
A clue, you say?
You know who the killer is?
The killer? I don't know. But we do have a clue about a suspicious person. I think.
I see. Then care to tell me, what's this clue you're talking about?
First of all, let's try thinking about how the killer was able to obtain the knife during the blackout.
Didn't we already cover that? They use glowing paint as a mark.
No, not that. I mean before that.
Before? Is she asking how the killer got close to that table? Even if they had to obtain the knife by relying on the glow from the paint in order to do that, they needed to get close to that table while it was still dark.
Let's try examining the situation. My hero's diagram might be useful here.
The diagram of where everyone was standing before the blackout, right? Here it is.
Look at my little sus boy in the corner. Just as I thought, this diagram is the clue. Who the killer is, how they're able to move to the table in the dark. That's clearly shown in this diagram. First we need to discuss how the killer was able to move to that table in the dark. The killer probably used something to help them move in the dark. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Here!
I got you.
The killer must have used the desk lamp to move to that table in the dark.
The desk lamp? I hope you don't mean they turned on a light or something.
Nuh-uh.
There was a blackout. There's no way the killer could have used the desk lamp.
Of course, there's no way they used the desk lamp's light. The killer actually used the power cord.
I can prove it with this. They didn't turn the desk lamp on. They used its power cord.
Power cord?
They could have felt their way to that table using the power cord, right?
Yeah.
By doing that, the killer was able to move to the table, then use the glowing paint to find the knife.
It's kind of genius, actually.
And
In its
there's
own
only
way.
one person here who could have done that.
Who? The only person here who could have possibly done it. Where's that bitch at? Hi.
You're the only one! Nagito, it was you, wasn't it?
Me?
My little sus boy.
Judging from everyone's positions before the blackout, the only person near the power cord was you.
Oh.
Which means the only one who could have felt their way to the table using the power cord was Nagito!
That's just a coincidence.
But still, you had a chance, right? A chance to hide the knife under the table?
Naruto's chance to hide the knife under the table was when he was cleaning.
I see! Nagito, weren't you cleaning the dining hall all morning? If so, you would have had a chance to hide the knife.
That's...
If you factor in the power cord and the time you spent cleaning, you're the only one who could have done it.
Seriously! That's all just a coincidence!
A quinky dink.
If it was just one coincidence, it'd be fine. But when it's one right after another,
Yeah, then it's just... then you're just
I
lying.
wonder, is something like that even possible?
Could it be? Did you give yourself cleaning duty on purpose so you could hide the knife under the table?
No, he's just a lucky bitch.
Now that you mention it, Nagito did prepare the drawing to pick who cleaned the dining hall.
To be honest, I already prepared a drawing because I assumed something like this would happen. To go to the trouble of preparing this, just what did you think would happen? Whoever draws the chopstick with the red mark on it will be in charge of cleaning, okay? Does that sound fair?
You rigged the drawing, didn't you? That's how you got picked to clean the dining hall, isn't it?
He's just a lucky bitch.
I don't know if you're the killer or not, but regardless, it proves that you're suspicious, right?
Are we ready? I don't know if we're ready to see this shit.
If that's the case, that strange speech you made earlier, that was part of your plan too.
You got us to lower our guard and tried to hide the fact that you did it, didn't you, you motherfucker?
Well, just admit it already.
Don't. You're breaking him.
Nagito, tell me you object to this. Frankly, I don't want to believe it either.
Can't hold it in any
We
longer.
investigated together. You were so kind. I can't believe you're the one who killed Byakuya.
Oh, he's gonna start, isn't he? Oh no. God, here we go.
Say something.
Here's the rest of the game for me.
The Ultimates are working together to combat the despair of their friend's death.
Now he's just gonna go on and on.
How wonderful! How beautiful it is!
Huh?
Those eyes. At that moment, Nagito's eyes. The darkness in his eyes shone brightly, as if layers upon layers of darkness were folding into each other. As if hope and despair had been crudely mixed together.
Let's cut to the chase. You're correct. It was my doing all along. I'm the one who hid the knife under the table before the party started. I'm the one who used the power cord to find my way to the table in the dark. And of course, I'm the one who caused the blackout. After all, there's no way I'd knowingly whip out a knife in front of everyone.
That'd be kind of exciting. How do you think people would react to that? Just suddenly taking out a knife and seeing who reacts first.
Is it just me, or does he seem a little nuts right now?
Not a little, man.
But I never expected Byakuya to have night vision goggles. Because of that, we had ourselves a little scuffle under the table. And, well, you all saw how that played out. But with the twist ending like this, I think we can all agree this ended up being a very interesting mystery. Byakuya performed admirably.
Oh, my crazy little bitch.
Just stop it already! Seriously! What the hell happened to you?
Don't tell me. Is this your true nature? Were you lying to us this entire time?
Me? Lie? That's outrageous. There's no way someone like me could ever lie to you guys.
That's outrageous.
I understand better than
Oh
anyone
man,
else that I'm
these
ultimately worthless.
this set of characters compared to the ones in the first game, absolutely bonkers. Like, I don't know how you go from 1 to 100 like that, but I love it.
I'm too arrogant to have dreams or cling to hope. Too disdainful to actually try at anything.
These guys make the other guys from the first game look like absolute saints. They make Byakuya in the first game moving Chihiro's body around look like a completely normal hobby.
I've made peace with the fact that I'm a lowly, insignificant human who can't do anything right.
Holy crap! He's totally the type of guy who spent his childhood killing neighborhood pets!
He seems like the sort of person whose eyes light up while watching Friday the 13th. Just like me.
Everyone enjoys that movie, honey.
That's quite the hobby you have there. But, like, now's not really the time to bring it up.
This guy, is he the real Nagito?
Hey Nagito, if you were behind all of this, then did you also send that threatening letter?
Yep, I sure did. There's nobody else on this island whose handwriting is that painful to look at.
It's pretty shit.
But why would you send a threatening letter in the first place?
I think somewhere deep in my heart, I was probably hoping to find someone who would stop my evil deeds. Well, I bet if that really was my reason, at least some of you would feel sorry for me.
Are you making fun of us?
By threatening Byakuya, Nagito was likely able to manipulate his actions.
Then how about that old-looking building near the hotel? Well, if it's just cleaning, leave it to me. I'm actually pretty good at it.
In doing so, Nagito was able to manipulate everyone to the scene where the murder would occur. Am I wrong?
It's pretty smart.
That reminds me. Nagito was the one who suggested I guard the office.
Well, not only is the storage room packed with lots of stuff, it's hard to see in there and full of cobwebs. And I was so busy cleaning the dining hall that I didn't even have time to clean the storage room. If you stayed in there for a long time, I think it'd be bad for your health. In that case, why don't you guard the case in the office?
Oh, I get it. If Pekka was guarding the storage room, Nagito wouldn't have been able to use the irons.
The threatening letter, along with all your suggestions, it was all a trap to manipulate us.
Yep, that's true too. But you're wrong about one thing.
Huh? What?
I didn't need to rig the drawing for cleaning duty, you know?
He's lucky.
If that's true, then how did you conveniently get picked for cleaning duty?
I see. Well, there's no way I'd expect you to remember it. A worthless talent for a worthless human.
Nagito's talent. I believe his talent is...
I see! You're the ultimate lucky student. Then, did you?
That's right. I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty.
You just relied on your luck?
It's not just luck. It's true my talent sucks. But I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know?
I'm left with the red mark. For someone called the ultimate lucky student, you don't seem very lucky right now.
At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky. But it was actually the opposite. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty. Just like I wanted.
Enough. I don't care about that anymore. More importantly, why did you kill Byakuya? Answer me!
Byakuya was a very capable leader. For someone like him to get killed? Oh, the despair it brings. It's only fitting that you symbols of hope should use his death as a stepping stone to shine even brighter. That was my only motivation.
I spin. Oh, so sorry. Bit sleepy.
You're not making any sense!
Fine, let's start the damn vote already. I'm ready to fucking kill this psycho.
Please! Monokuma!
Please, wait!
Huh? The fuck?
How should I put this? Is Nagito really the killer?
What are you saying? He's already confessed, hasn't he?
I already know that, but there's just something a little strange.
Go on.
If it's only a little, then keep your mouth shut. Your ugly face is stressing me out. It makes me want to puke.
My God. I'd never let someone speak to me like that. Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Don't be sorry, Hen. If you're ugly, be proud of it, you know?
For now, might I suggest we listen to what she has to say?
But we know who the killer is.
Simply listening is acceptable. However, I won't allow this to end with mere play. Now then, let us lift the curtain for our bloody spectacle.
From this point on, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. The truth bullets will disappear if they touch these lines, so think of them as obstacles in your debate. Please time your truth bullets just right so they won't get interrupted by the white noise. By the way, if the difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. Yes! It's that action difficulty, because if so, I'm winning. In that case, all it means is this explanation didn't mean anything at all, it had no meaning whatsoever. Well, please don't worry, I'm not going to fall into despair. Even though it's meaningless, allow me to say one more thing. In this debate, you won't be able to shoot down the white noise. That will be explained later. I think I'm fine. If you press the start button during the arguments, you can review the controls. What do you mean the start button? Do you mean escape? Good luck and have fun. Don't believe I have it. I think I'm on general for action.
I think it's strange that...
The killer is so obviously Nagito!
Come on, then.
He has already confessed.
Shut up. Let the woman speak.
you know...
That bastard Nagito is the one who did it.
Let her speak.
He killed Byakuya with the knife he hid. No, that's wrong.
You're just interrupting Mikan when she's trying to
might not be
speak.
the murder weapon. That's what you wanted to say, right, Mikan?
Before she was so rudely interrupted like 20 times.
What the hell are you talking about? It's obvious the knife was the murder weapon.
But, based on the entry wounds on Byakuya's body, the actual weapon should be roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
5 millimeters in diameter? That's like way skinnier than a knife!
Hey, that better be true. If you screwed up, I'll sell your fucking ass to a whorehouse.
This poor girl.
Not a whorehouse!
Hey, why are you threatening her?
Thank you, Jesus.
Is this what you're trying to say, Mikan? As long as we can't prove that the knife is the murder weapon, we can't assume that I'm the killer.
What are you saying? No one else can be the killer. It has to be you.
Hey, don't blame me. Mikan's the one who said it.
No. Chucky's done. She's had enough.
Hey, Nagito. Are you still hiding something?
Just calling you on your bullshit, mate.
Hiding?
Like, during the blackout, did something happen between you and Byakuya that we don't know about?
Who knows?
After all this, what else do you intend to hide?
Jeez, the moment your back's against the wall, you get all silent. You piss me off.
What happened during the blackout? If you cross your eyes like this, it gives you double vision.
Crying out loud.
Don't get distracted. Our lives are at stake, you know?
Someone got murdered. And these guys just cannot focus.
Huh? Whose life is at stake?
Seriously, how long is it gonna take for you to understand the damn rules?
Nobody can see in the dark.
Oh,
No matter how
yeah.
hard you think about it, the truth is beyond your sight. Don't you think that's a pretty clever metaphor? Despite the fact that it came from me?
No, that's not it.
Not it? What's not it?
The truth is beyond our sight. No, that can't be it. There should be some way to find out what happened in the dark. Ibuki.
I can prove it with this. Even if we couldn't see what happened in the dark, I'm pretty sure someone could have heard it. Isn't that right, Ibuki?
Oh, reals?
Don't act so
You were
surprised.
the one who told me, remember? How everyone was shouting during the blackout?
Everyone, calm down. We gotta stay calm in a situation like this.
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know?
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
Perhaps the breaker overloaded?
Hold on a sec. I'll go along the wall and do something about it.
Oh,
Such perceptive hearing. Impressive. I'd expect no less from the ultimate musician.
It's a good thing your ears are awesome because your face, style, figure, and personality totally suck.
you need to sit down, honey. You need to sit down and shut up. Jesus. That's so horrible.
You've got me deep with your knife of truth.
She doesn't care.
However, after hearing what Byakuya and Nagito said in the dark,
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
it almost sounds like Byakuya fought back against Nagito or something.
Well, that's actually what happened.
Huh?
As a sign of respect for Ibuki's talent, I have a small confession to make. I was actually shoved out from under the table by Byakuya.
He shoved you out?
Just as the blackout occurred, I hurried to duck under the table and grab the knife. But Byakuya, wearing his night vision goggles, caught me and shoved me right out from under the table.
Jeez. I mean, Byakuya was surprisingly quick for such a big boy.
That's right. I'm so incompetent that I couldn't even grab the knife.
I mean, I think you grab it, but it just ended up on the floor. So Byakuya stopped him when he was trying to get the knife. And he got shoved out from under the table before he can even grab it. Well, it sounds plausible. I mean, just from listening to what they both said at the time.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Ow! Need to clip that noise, actually. That's a good alert sound. Ow! I can interpret it like that. No, actually, now that I think about it, that sounds like exactly what happened.
After getting shoved out from under the table, I was just as confused as you guys. I lost sight of the glowing paint, and I didn't even know where the power cord was. Before I realized it, the lights had come back on, and Byakuya's body was lying under the table.
Hold on! Are you saying you're not the killer?
From the very beginning, the idea to throw a party, hiding the knife, setting up the blackout, it was all going according to plan. But unfortunately, my plan failed. And all thanks to Byakuya's night vision goggles.
And they just shoved you out. So you didn't commit a murder. You just decided to pretend you did. And go absolutely
What
insane.
happened after that? Even I don't know.
You failed? Then you're not the one who killed Byakuya?
Then we're right back to square one!
spent all this time talking back and forth?
Meaninglessness. What other word is brimming with so much despair? But you can't give up. You need to have hope. Do your best and move forward. Rising to the challenge again and again is why you guys are the symbols of hope.
So this is what would have happened if Makoto had grown an extra 4 feet and started taking some serious drugs. This is exactly what would happen to him. Unfortunately for us, Makoto was just a tiny boy who everyone liked to use to investigate. Is Naruto really not the killer? Is this guy really the Naruto I knew before? No, there's no way I can say that. I just thought I knew him, but this whole time I didn't know anything about this guy. I didn't know his true character. It's as simple as that. But now's not the time for me to dwell on that. We need to find Byakuya's killer by any means possible, because if we don't, we will die here. Suspended? Pardon? Oh.
Well now.
Excuse me? The class trial has reached its climax, but okay, here's a question for you. What's this? So those of you who have figured out who it is, how about you try out the guess the killer challenge? Whoever fails to guess the right killer will have the save data melt away like butter. But if you guess right, I'll reward you with $10 billion. 10 billion? Of course, for those of you who don't know the killer is, you can just continue on. Yeah, but you won't actually give me 10 billion, Monokuma. That's not fair. I know who the killer is.
Now then, what are you gonna do?
It's my 10 bill. Kind of offended. I don't actually... What? Does this actually do something? Or not? That's not fair. I wish it did something. No. Don't know if it's meant for like a control or something. I don't know. No, I have no idea. That's a shame. Oh. You pranked me. I wanted 10 bill. There's no way you'll be able to guess who the killer is.
And of course, there's no $10 million either.
Actually got pranked.
You're so evil.
You're truly a villain. Okay.
I'm Monami, and my heart is throbbing like crazy right now.
Well, you should see a doctor about that, Monami, actually. Because that's correct surname.
The group's leader, Byakuya, got killed. And his killer is among this group of students?
What is happening?
No, I'm not gonna believe it. I'll never believe it.
How much stuff in this game have I forgotten?
Cause I believe in everyone. So do your best. And don't forget to save regularly.
Okay.
What now? If the knife isn't the murder weapon, there's no definitive proof that I'm the killer.
Shut up!
We'll be the judge of that.
You say you were shoved away, but you can't actually prove it, right?
That's right. Even if a different weapon was used, it does not mean Nagito has been cleared of suspicion.
But there's another reason why I don't think Nagito is the killer.
There's still more?
Yeah.
Based on what we've discussed, Byakuya was killed under the table, right?
Is there something wrong with that?
Well, even if that's true, I feel Nagito looks, clean.
Nobody's ever complimented me on my appearance before. Not even my own mother.
It's clean. Is that a compliment to call someone clean? You look clean? I feel like it's kind of picky.
I'm not talking about your looks.
Why does Mikan think Nagito looks clean? He doesn't have any blood on it.
I see! Are you trying to say something like, why didn't Nagito have any bloodstains on him?
Yes, that's it. Because under the table, there was a lot of blood splattered everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
There were even bloodstains on the inside of the tablecloth.
If he stabbed Byakuya to death, it's strange he did not get splattered with an appropriate amount of blood.
I didn't get any blood on me? That is weird.
You just used something to block the blood, didn't you?
Something that might have been used to block the blood splatter. What do you think it could have been? I guess we did see something I could have used. Isn't that right, Hajime?
Oh god, this is worse than having to deal with Byakuya a bit in the first game. At least he was straightforward with it. He wasn't like super creepy. I love Naruto, but this is horrific. There's only one thing he could have used to block the blood splatter.
I can prove it with this. You're talking about the bloodstained tablecloth we found in the storage room, right?
If there are bloodstains on it, that settles it. Nagito used the tablecloth to block the blood splatter.
But that was found in the storage room, right? Are you suggesting he hid it there after the murder?
You mean after the lights came back on? What would he have done if we'd seen him?
That's true. The tablecloth was pretty big, so even if you tried to hide it and take it with you...
Wearing a tablecloth, going under the table, getting a knife in a blackout, and stabbing someone.
It's a bit much for one person, isn't it?
That's not just
It's
impossible
too much effort
for
for a
someone
murder.
like me. Wouldn't it also be impossible for you guys too?
Then, what does it mean?
Maybe the killer didn't necessarily stab Byakuya under the table.
Huh?
No, there's no mistake that the murder occurred under that
Ooh.
table.
Even the inside of the tablecloth was bloody, so there's no denying Byakuya was killed there. But that doesn't mean where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are the same, right?
I don't understand at all!
The place where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are different?
Huh? Hajime, you look like you're onto something.
Really? But it sounds like a riddle. I feel like I'm onto something, but it's still not clear what that is.
Under the table, but not under the table. If it's somehow possible, it's the only way that makes sense. Moving forward, we should put aside all unnecessary preconceptions and just choose the answer. I think.
In scenes where you have to figure out important words, the improved Hangman's Gambit will occur. Uh-oh. The goal is to line up the right letters in order, so it reveals a key word related to the incident in question. Improved Hangman's Gambit is like a little puzzle game. Various letters will be flying across the screen in all directions. There are 2 rules you must remember. If two different letters clash, you'll take damage. If two of the same letters clash, they will fuse. You must make two of the same letters clash while you try not to let two different letters clash. That's what's most important. In order to do that, you've been given a technique to catch and release. When you move the reticle with the mouse, press the right mouse button when it's on top of a letter. You can snatch the letter like a vacuum. This is what it means to catch the letter. However, you can only catch one letter at a time, so please be careful. When you press the right mouse button when you have a letter caught, you can shoot it where your cursor is aiming. Oh, this is how you release the letter. With catch and release, you can change the position of the letters and hit letters into each other. Make sure you hit the same letters so you can fuse them. The fused letters will freeze and get bigger. By pressing the right mouse button, you can blow it up and erase it from the field. This is called firing the letters. Catch and release with the right mouse button, and after you've fused them, fire with the right mouse button. That's a whole lot of oh my god. He's right. I'm a bit... I can't say it that many times. It's going to break me. If you just erase letters, you won't be able to clear the game. Ultimately, the main goal of improved Hangman's Gambit is completing the keyword. Display the question with the tab key and figure out what keyword will answer that question. About lining up the keyword, oh my gosh. Instead of pressing the right mouse button to fire the letter, please press the left mouse button. If that happens at the same time, the letter blows up, it will be sent to the keyword list. If a sent letter is correct, it will fit in the keyword list. If it's not, the influence gauge will take damage. Okay, you must write the keyword in order. Based on the flying letters, please think about the completed word. Also, if you have a fused letter alone for a while, it'll just blow up on its own. In that case, it will still damage you, so please be very careful. Okay. Took so long to explain it, but do you understand now? I think so. Okay, good luck and have fun! The place Byakuya got stabbed and the place where the killer did stabbing aren't the same. Using those words as a clue, I should put aside my preconceptions and try to think about it. Something is coming to me. Just a little bit more. I have a feeling I can see something. Right, I'll try. Hangman's Gambit. Oh shit. Forgot that I put logic on hard, didn't I? So it's not going to give me any clues whatsoever. Come on. There we go. Give me an E. That's enough. Okay. Whoops. Ah, bugger.
got it! I got it! The killer must have stabbed Byakuya from under the floorboards.
That took a moment.
Under the floorboards?
The floorboards in the old building are full of gaps, and there was no carpet laid out under the table. If they stuck the weapon through one of the gaps, they could have stabbed Byakuya to death.
If so, that means the killer was able to get under the floorboards. From where? And how?
I don't know that yet, but I have a feeling there's someone here who does know.
That's right. If I remember correctly, one person here should know how to get under the floorboards.
You're the only one! Hey, Gundam, you dropped your earring in the dining hall, right?
Are you referring to the Hellhound earring?
About that earring.
I said, are you referring to the Hellhound earring?
About that Hellhound earring. You dropped it beneath the floorboards, right?
There it is. I found it, truly. That is the Hellhound earring. It seems God exists for my benefit. I see. Good for you. However, how do I recover it? I cannot fit my arm through this opening. Were I to use a tool, it'd probably not reach either.
Just a bit longer and I would have reduced everything, including that old building, to ashes. However, it's just as the old legend said. The Hellhound earring has returned to its owner, to me!
Cool, now tell me how you did it.
Is it safe to say that that earring is the one hanging from your right ear? Huh? Could it be? Gundam wasn't wearing an earring during the investigation. And if he had it on by the time the class trial began, then that means Gundam was able to retrieve his earring from beneath the floorboards during the investigation.
So, Gundam knows how to get under the floorboards.
It's understandable. After all, you fools only view the world through eyes of glass. But I am different. With the power of my 4 Dark Devas of destruction, it is of no concern.
Honey, I love you, but it's not the time.
Truly, this is the evil 4th eye. Before the might of the evil 4th eye, all visual chaos is rendered asunder.
What should I do? I'm embarrassed just listening to him.
Oh! Man up and speak more clearly!
Fine, I shall tell you all. The answer was in the storage room. One of my 4 Dark Devas of destruction, Mirage Golden Hawk, Jumpy, has seen beyond the chaos. A secret passage of doom leading to the underground lurks beneath a large assortment of random boxes. After securing a lighter from the supermarket, I threw caution to the wind and ventured below the floorboards. And as a result of that lonesome battle, I was able to recover the Hellhound earring with my own 2 hands! Tremble with fear,
I have nothing to say.
Behold my power!
There he goes blabbing about power and crap. You're ridiculous. You're just a breeder, you know.
Anyway, it sounds like you can go under the floorboards from the storage room.
Then that has to be how the killer did it. If the space beneath the floor is empty, it's not that far to move from the storage room to the dining hall.
I see. If they passed through the storage room, I understand why the tablecloth was put there.
The killer lurked under the floorboards during the party, and from there, stab, stab, stab!
Okay.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You don't like stab, stab, stab? Should it sound more fleshy, like...
pretty good.
I'm
I'm
not talking
impressed.
about your sound effects. You're saying they snuck under the floorboards, but that means they would have had to leave the party, right? So, was there anyone who was able to do that?
Then whoever wasn't at the party is the killer. They must be the one who was waiting under the floorboards.
It's alright. Don't mean to yawn.
Who wasn't at the party again?
I didn't participate, but I was guarding the entrance, remember? Monomi over there can be my witness, right? Yes! This Monomi over here is your witness!
I believe there's no need to discuss this matter further, but I was unable to leave the bathroom.
I was in the kitchen for a long time, but I frequently went to the dining hall to deliver my dishes.
The only person who wasn't at the party... Judging from the photo I took before the blackout... it obviously has to be him.
Yay! It's decided!
No,
What the fuck are you saying? I'm not the killer!
he wouldn't kill someone. He's a fake ass a bitch.
Oh, really? What happened to the tough guy who was saying stuff like, I can do it?
Oh, bark, no bite, honey.
Don't mess with me! I'll fucking kill you!
There he goes.
See? You're making threats again.
You shouldn't be making threats at a murder trial.
Yep, that's right. Things are starting to get exciting.
Oh. Good news, you're now allowed to use the silencer. You can use the silencer with the right mouse button as many times as you want. When you use the silencer, you can shoot down the white noise, which I don't have any because I want gentle action. Also, when you shoot down the white noise, your time limit will increase a little. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of the white noise, the time limit will decrease, so aim carefully when you're using the silencer. Oh, but if the difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. In that case, you'll still be able to use the silencer, but it'll be somewhat pointless. But if you feel like doing a little bang bang, you can use it to your heart's content. Bang 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 bang. If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can remove the controls. Good luck and have fun. Chiakis.
During the party, the killer was lurking under the floor like a cockroach.
And they could have stared at panties all day. Without going to the storage room in the dark.
Is that true, Fuyuhiko?
Don't act like I'm the fucking killer!
But when the party started, nobody saw you, you know? That means you have no alibi.
Yeah, he does. Jackie saw him.
No, Fuyuhiko definitely has an alibi. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Oh, you're right.
What happened for you, Higo? Oh, what are you doing here all alone in a place like this? Standing guard so Monokuma doesn't come inside. How diligent of you.
I saw Fuyuhiko after the party started. There's no way he could have been waiting under the floor before then.
You should have said that earlier, dumbass.
It's still your fault. Like, why were you even lurking around the old building in the first place?
Shut up!
Maybe there really is a secret passage to go under the floorboards from outside, and he came to spy.
What'd you say, motherfucker?
Oh no!
Oh my god, I keep getting the shivers. I think there's just so many creepy people here that I just can't. Ugh.
Wow, he got chewed out, but he looks super happy.
Regardless, it's impossible to go under the floorboards from outside. Chiaki and I already confirmed that.
Then someone definitely went under the floorboards through the storage room during the party.
During the party? It was probably during the blackout. Well, If someone disappeared during the blackout, no one would have noticed.
But walking down that dark hallway to the storage room is like trying to make Eggs Benedict without any eggs.
You're right. I couldn't even see the office in that darkness, and that room was much closer.
But is it really impossible?
No, nothing like that is.
It might be better if we examine that possibility a little bit more.
It was super dark, you know? There's no way you'd be able to find your way to the storage room.
Not easily, but I can't stop thinking about it. I feel like there's something I overlooked. For clarity's sake, once again.
It appears we're getting close to the final stage.
Thank God, because my back hurts in Nagito, and I just.
The blackened or the spotless?
I'd like to be able to
Which
stand
is
up.
superior? I think it's time to settle this.
I'd like to be able to move my legs. Do, 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 do. Oh. I've got hair on my nose.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that. It's like making a seafood bowl without fish.
Stop with the food
Really not
references.
possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
No.
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut.
Go on, Akane. Do it.
What if they used a light?
Thank you.
I agree with that. You know, the killer had a light with him.
Oh, I was right?
Yeah, honey.
But where could they have found a light?
There was one nearby for sure. See? It's written on the kitchen's equipment list.
20 forks, 20 knives, 20 spoons, 5 iron skewers, 3 frying pans, 20 wine glasses, and iron plates for a barbecue, and even a portable stove for cooking hot pots. Iron plates and a portable stove. I do recall seeing them on the shelf over there. This kitchen seems to be well kept. There'd be no problems using it.
It's the portable stove.
Portable stove?
The portable stove isn't powered by electricity, and it's also small enough to carry around. So, the killer used the portable stove to move from the hallway to the storage room during the blackout.
I see. I never considered the portable stove. But there's a hole in your argument.
Well, you will let me continue arguing first, Naruto. One thing at a time. Huh?
A hole? What kind of hole? It would be great if you could explain it to me in much more detail.
Stop. Genuinely. Stop it.
Oh, I wasn't making a perverted joke or anything. It's really not a perverted joke. I'm serious.
Stop.
Repeating yourself just makes it even more suspicious.
Now then, Hajime, will you battle against me?
Yeah, I'm gonna kick your ass, bitch.
No, that's wrong.
He's coming for me. I love that he warned me though.
Will you be able to break through my argument?
What does he mean, battle? It sounds like he's enjoying a game or something. We all know Naruto just knows this shit, man. There's no way I'm gonna lose against someone like him. What am I doing? Ah, yes.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned.
Oh.
It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
Oh, is it tie? Assuming the portable stove was used as a light source contradict Kazuichi's testimony. Don't think what Kazuichi said is wrong. I guess for now I should offer a rebuttal.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
Yeah. Advance.
Don't doubt what Kazuichi said. What are you trying to say?
The reason Kazuichi couldn't see it was because the hallway was dark. So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway...
Oh, whoops.
Crap!
The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway was so if a light was shining in such a dark hallway. Wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it?
Allow me to cut through those words.
No, he wouldn't.
Nagito, did you forget? Or are you just pretending you forgot?
Huh? What are you talking about?
There should have been a wall that blocked light. I'm talking about the fire door in the hallway. If you close it, it would form a perfect wall in the hallway. Plus, the hallway rounds a corner just beyond the fire door. So even if there was a small gap in the door, as long as they passed the corner, the light still wouldn't peek out.
Tell you what, you'll be kind of weirdly smart to do a murder in this game. They're never simple.
I see. To actually notice the fire door. Just as expected of the ultimate... Oh. You still don't remember your talent, do you?
That's just mean.
Who cares about that right now?
Nagito, what are you plotting? For someone who insists he's not the killer, you are quite nosy.
You sound so scary. If you're that angry, why don't you take a deep breath?
Nagito, you need to sit down.
You sure like to piss us off. How about I shut your fucking mouth for you?
Hey, it's okay if you guys fight, but I won't allow a burly brawl that might offend people.
I'm offended.
More importantly, can you hurry up and decide who's the blackened already? Time runs out when I get bored.
It sure does.
Fine.
Yeah,
I
come
get
on,
it.
please.
You're
My
telling
legs.
me to pass the torch, right?
Pass the torch?
Yeah.
We're going to ask the real killer, not an imposter like me, to show themselves.
You're obviously the killer, right?
If you think I am, I really don't mind. Whatever conclusion you ultimates arrive at, I will accept it, no matter what it is.
So you're telling me to call out the real killer? Even though I really don't want to condemn that person, but there's no other way, right? The person who used the hallway's fire door as cover and used the portable stove to move in the dark, and snuck under the floorboards to stab Byakuya to death using the glowing paint as a mark. So the only killer I can think of is you, and only you. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? There you are.
You're the only one!
I'm gonna beat you up.
Teru. Could it be you?
Huh? What? What are you talking about?
Gotcha.
Is the killer? Is that true?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? There's no way! Of course, that's simply my assumption. So if you have an objection, please speak freely.
God, you sound like a lawyer. Don't you, mate?
Objection or not, why am I being treated like the killer?
Because you are one.
Because the portable stove used in the murder came from the kitchen. That's it? That's the only reason you're treating me like a killer? Isn't that a little drastic?
No.
You're cruel. Cruel. Too cruel.
Teru. That attitude is so not like you. For the ultimate cook to get so upset.
Call me chef.
No.
If you fall to aspersions like this, who will be there to support the future of the culinary arts?
The future of the culinary arts?
That's right. For the future of the culinary arts, you must face this and fight it fair and square.
Can't believe he's motivating him.
You're right. Yeah, that's totally right.
So, what's an aspersion anyway? Is it yummy?
Did you know asbestos is yummy too? You should
No,
try some
don't
later.
do that. She might do it.
Nagito, why are you interfering?
I'm just straight ignoring the banter going on.
Let's assume that the killer used a light, and that they used the fire door to mask that light. And that they moved to the storage room and snuck under the floorboards. Then what? It's dark under the floorboards too. So how would they be able to stab Byakuya? You're not gonna say they shined the light on Byakuya, right? The plan would have been ruined if he noticed.
That's right. What do you think about that?
Probably letting Nagito fight for you.
That's
worse.
There's no way you can answer, right? You personally haven't investigated what's beneath the floorboards.
Ask Gundam then.
If that's the case, then Gundam should know. He actually went under the floorboards.
Yeah.
No. Unfortunately, there was nothing related to the incident under the floorboards. The only thing I found was a strange liquid shining in the darkness, near where Byakuya's blood was dripping.
What? A shiny liquid in the dark? That sounds super important!
If there was a shining mark like that, they would have been able to move to it in the dark, right?
And in doing so, it might have been possible for them to use that mark to target the victim.
The victim was targeted by a mark. What was the mark? Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? Did I go straight past it? Is it this?
I can prove it with this. The mark you're talking about is the glowing paint that was applied to the knife, right?
Ah, by using the glowing paint as a target, they were able to judge where to stab even in the dark.
I see. The killer didn't target an actual person. They just struck the moment the glowing paint moved.
That would be the moment someone grabbed a hold of the knife.
So, the killer used the mark that I prepared for finding the knife as a mark for stabbing. I see. That's why Byakuya got killed when he took the knife.
But if they were able to do that, wouldn't that mean the killer knew about Nagito's plan all along?
Yep.
Well, Teru!
Seriously? I don't know anything. Really, I don't know anything at all.
Then can I ask everyone a question instead?
You again? Just stop already!
Now. We should give everyone a fair opportunity to speak.
If Teru is the killer, that would mean he went to the storage room during the blackout. And just what did Ibuki hear during the blackout?
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
She heard Teru's voice in the dining hall?
Doesn't that prove Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout?
That's right! That's exactly it!
But Teru was in the kitchen the moment the blackout occurred, right? So, why was he in the dining hall?
I thought the blackout was only in the kitchen, so I panicked and ran out of there. Of course, the hallway was dark too, but somehow I managed to move along the wall toward everyone's voices.
You liar.
Well, it's not that far to move along the wall from the kitchen to the dining hall.
That sounds fishy.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, you can tell when a person is lying by licking their sweat. So, if you want, you should try licking me.
No way! You look greasy!
Shot down.
But I heard Teru's voice in the dining hall! Ibuki swears on her honor!
And I believe you, huh?
That's right. Teru
I'm not
was
saying
in
that
the
she's
dining
lying.
hall, not the storage room. Which means he's not the killer.
No, that's not it. Why? Why do you want to keep falsely accusing me?
'Cause it's the truth.
It's not like I want to blame you. I just...
You should be so proud of yourself, Hajime. You're just progressing toward the hope you believe in.
Ugh.
Now, Hajime, Show me more of your hope. Will that be enough to crush Teru's hope?
I just don't like how nasty he makes hope sound. It's disgusting. Ugh.
Let me ask you again. Did you go to the storage room during the blackout?
There's no way I went to the storage room. I was somewhere totally different.
I definitely heard Teru's voice.
Mm-hmm.
It's handsome, unlike his face.
Oh my god.
Maybe it was recording or something? Nope, definitely a live voice.
Yeah.
Right, as long as I have her testimony. The fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be disputed. I'll shoot through that contradiction.
Yeah. Go on, Hajime. Kick his ass.
Just because we heard Teru's voice in the dining hall doesn't mean he was literally in the dining hall. Huh? Why? Remember the floor in the dining hall? It was full of gaps, right? So even if you shouted from under the floor, it should have sounded just like the voices in the dining hall. But...
I see. So he brazenly shouted from under the floor to make us think he was in the dining hall.
Yeah.
Is that true, Teru?
Hold on a second.
Can you explain this, Teru?
I told you to wait a second, ain't I? What are y'all even saying anymore? I'm telling you, I was in that there dining hall during the blackout.
Oh, this is a manner of speech I can get along with.
Where are you from again?
I was born in West Asafu and raised in South Aoyama.
Hey, you guys! This guy's a major liar! If Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout, he should have been there after the power returned, right?
Well, I believe so. There's no way he could have gone back and forth in that dark hallway.
Huh? Was Teru actually there during that time?
I sure was. I was there the whole damn time.
Something like this shouldn't be decided by gut instinct. People's lives are at stake.
Damn right. You guys should have been deciding this on the spot with your hazy memories.
His accent is getting even worse. He's definitely lying.
However, I am not sure. I believe that he was there, and I believe that he was not there.
No! Is there any way we can decide?
Why don't we consult his memories?
His memories?
Gosh, yeah, don't be saying things like that. Don't make no sense. Can you even prove I wasn't in the dining hall? I probably can. Oh, you again!
Yeah, bitch. It's always me. Whether or not Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout, in order to know for sure, I just need to throw that question at him. Is it?
I can prove it with this. If you're claiming that you were in the dining hall when the power came back, then you should know how Mikan was positioned at the time, right?
You should have it, like, right, just engraved into your brain. Because you're a perv.
What?
You're a massive perv.
Don't make me remember. It's so embarrassing.
No, this is a very important question. Well, Teru, if you were really in the dining hall at that time, you should know the answer to that.
Huh?
It was a pretty clever way of tripping. There's no way you'd forget about it so easily.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I showed you something so unsightly.
Monokuma just in the background, like, okay.
How about it? You can't answer, Teru?
Huh?
Huh? That's weird. Just slipped from my mind.
There's no way it would slip from your mind.
Exactly.
Especially not a pervert like you.
Even so. Nagito! Say something!
Don't, Nagito.
I guess you might have to give up now.
Solid advice.
Give up? What do you mean, give up?
Teru. I'm disappointed too, you know. It's lonely watching someone I admire reach the limits of their hope. It kind of feels like a broken dream.
Nagito, what are you doing? Why are you messing with the killer like that?
Hold on a sec. Don't go moving this along on your own like I really am the killer.
Huh? But it's already decided, right?
The murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet, Chef?
It's no use. I can't understand him anymore.
It's fine, it's
It
easy.
appears he's saying the murder weapon hasn't been cleared
Oh.
up yet.
Come on, game.
You understand him? But it's such a sad defense. This is too cruel.
Oh, you calling me the killer? Then where's the weapon?
Come on, Manumi. Enough with the whimpering and translate.
He said, if you're calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
Weapon, huh? It's not the knife, right?
Judging from Byakuya's wounds, it was a thin-edged tool that's roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
Also, if they stabbed from under the floorboards, the weapon would need to be at least 50 centimeters in length.
After all this, who cares about the weapon?
Not good enough! Not good enough at all!
He said, not good enough. Not good enough at all.
Fine, I got it. Let's try thinking about what the weapon was.
Wanna do it? Wanna do it?
He said, try to do it.
What a confusing accent.
We need to focus. Think about this. A thin-edged tool with a diameter of about 50, you mean 5 millimeters, and at least 50 centimeters in length. The weapon that meets those requirements might have been used at the crime scene. What's that? Kingman's Gambit. I'm actually not sure what it is. Wait there. Okay. Ah, I know what it is. Okay. That's fine. Just had to think. Come on. Come on. Come on, game. You know you want to. No, come on, give me an R. Thank you. Now I know. Right. There we go. Oops. Oh. Wrong key. Come on. You're taking your time, aren't you? I know what I need now, so... Oh, for God's sake. I didn't mean to. It's easy to click the wrong one. It's hard to just not click the left mouse button, to be honest. There we go. Oh.
That's it! The weapon must be the iron skewer!
Huh? The iron skewer?
Before the party, as Byakuya was confiscating all the dangerous items, he spoke to Teru Teru.
I checked the equipment list and there seems to be one iron skewer missing. That's right, as far as I know, it's been missing from the start.
So that missing iron skewer is the weapon?
Mm-hmm.
An iron skewer would match up with the wounds perfectly.
Hey, Teru Teru, where'd you hide the iron skewer?
Avril Lavigne!
Hey, don't bring her into this.
Avril Lavigne?
Huh? Did he really just say that?
He's just saying random shit to fuck with us. You probably dumped it somewhere on the island, didn't you?
This school trip has a no littering rule. If he had violated it, the island sirens would be ringing non-stop.
Island sirens? Just for littering?
Very important, Kazuichi. It's not just littering.
Also, I was on guard duty, and I never once saw Teru Teru leave the old building.
Which means he obviously hid it somewhere in the old building.
It's probably the kitchen again, right?
Mm-hmm.
Teru Teru, just man up and be straight with us.
Oh. 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 Whoa!
Pardon? Nearing the end. Oh, we know what this means. Cornered opponent will be surrounded by soul shields and simply will not listen to what you have to say. Who's ready for some rhythm? It'll probably pain you to condemn your classmate, but this is a class trial after all. You must argue against your opponent and destroy their soul shields. A high-speed dispute battle where you beat down a panicked opponent's excuses and nonsense. That's the bullet time battle. Sorry. Panic talk action. You know it. I know what you're talking about. Panic talk action, PTA. During PTA, you must destroy all of your opponent's soul shields so you can deliver your final strike. In order to do that, you must destroy your opponent's remarks while following the tempo of the song. Time your button presses with the tempo marker as it moves across the screen. Match the tempo marker by pressing the left mouse button, and you'll be able to lock on to the opponent's remark. If you keep pressing it, you'll be able to lock onto multiple remarks at the same time. Afterward, if you release the left mouse button in a time with the tempo marker, it'll intercept the locked on remark and destroy it. By destroying remarks, you'll be able to damage the soul shields, protecting the opponent and destroy them. However, if you cannot destroy the remark within the time limit, you'll end up getting hurt. During PTA, you can press escape to review the controls. Just focus on the left mouse button. Do this consecutively and you'll start a combo. Keep this going, you'll initiate tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll find yourself in a tempo down situation. When the song changes, the tempo changes. This will alter the timing for each button. Please be careful. Last but not least, let me tell you about the final blow. If you destroy all of your opponent's soul shields, they'll start to give their final argument. If that happens, 4 words will be displayed on the top, bottom, left and right sides of the screen. Each of these 4 words corresponds with the WSOD keys. Yeah. If you press the buttons in the right order, you'll be able to compose the words of your final strike. Please make your argument while searching for the words that will trump your opponent's final argument. Also, if you don't deliver your final strike within the time limit, your opponent's soul shields will recover. Well then, good luck and have fun! Ooh.
What the hell you even saying, you super cutter hick?
How dare you?
Oh, what the hell are you even saying, you stupid country hick? I guess we have no choice but to somehow find out for ourselves.
To unskew the weapon, then hiding it in the kitchen would be the easiest way to slip it by. But Byakuya and I checked the kitchen pretty thoroughly before the party started, which means was the weapon already hidden somewhere we couldn't find it? Could it have been in an unexpected place? Where would that be? Where did he hide a long weapon like an iron skewer? Think carefully.
He said, I'm not hyped.
Oh, sorry. I must reveal to Teruteru the conclusive evidence that proves he's the killer. Are you ready for this? It's just the left mouse button then. Okay.
Shut up!
Oh, come on.
I don't know. That's impossible. Paris Hilton! Nonsense!
How am I missing? How am I missing that?
Unforgivable. I don't know. That's impossible. Shut up!
It says miss, but it doesn't.
I don't know. That's impossible. Paris
Oh,
Hilton.
now I'm getting it.
Nonsense. Unforgivable. I don't know. That's impossible. Unforgivable. Shut up. I don't know. That's impossible. Paris Hilton. Nonsense. Unforgivable. I don't know. That's impossible. Shut up. I don't know. That's impossible. Paris Hilton. Nonsense. Unforgivable. I don't know. That's impossible. Unforgivable.
Oh, I can't really tell what's. It's not the same as the last one. At least in the last one you could see the circles, but they're kind of on a tilted thing. Can't actually tell when I'm hitting them. Come on, whatever. I know I failed. Keep going, whatever.
This is my.
Yeah.
We'll never give.
Try again.
What
He said, I guess. We have.
Okay. I can do it. I wasn't good at these last time. It's just weird that it's on gentle now and I'm.
Shut up! I don't know. That's impossible.
How am I missing? Am I hitting too early or too late?
Nonsense! Unforgivable! I don't know. That's impossible.
Honestly, if I just spam it like this, will it work? Oh man, this has got to sound bad on the mic, doesn't it? All the clicking.
That's impossible. Paris Hilton.
Look.
Nonsense.
Is this not valid? I never said I was good at games.
I don't know. That's impossible.
It does it. It does the job.
Unforgivable. Shut up. I don't know. That's impossible. Paris Hilton. Nonsense. Where would the weapon be?
the end.
Sorry for my terrible gaming ability.
Could the iron skewer have been hidden?
That was
inside a piece of
horrific.
meat on the bone.
Kind of disappointed in myself. I was better at these in the last one. And that's saying something.
What are you saying? There's no way I'd hide anything. In a place like that?
That's clearly impossible. I mean, that's inside the food.
Impossible. That's what Byakuya and I thought. That's why we overlooked it.
Seems there are no dangerous items like that skewer in the churrasco earlier, inside that pile of food. That appears to be the case. I wouldn't have known what to do if he said fish bones and meat bones were also dangerous items.
But in fact, the only place you could hide the weapon was inside the food that couldn't be inspected. Out of all the dishes you prepared, the only one that could hide a weapon as long as an iron skewer is? The meat on the bone.
That big boy.
What now?
I'm using my right to remain silent.
There's no way that exists here.
We need to confirm this now! So if we eat that tasty-looking piece of meat and find the iron skewer inside, bullseye!
All right. Monokuma or Monami, one of you hurry and bring over that piece of meat.
1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. I'll eat the whole thing!
Wait, now hold on a second. Time out, time out.
What are you doing? Hurry up and bring it over!
About that.
He's already gone.
Huh? Where did Monokuma go? I'm right here! I'm already eating it! A bear that eats meat!
Wait, now that I think about it, that's pretty normal.
Oh, what is this? So yummy!
Damn it! That's my meat! I've never eaten anything like it in my entire life! The taste brings me back to my days in the wild.
This is bad. Seriously, this is really bad.
My! There's something inside the meat! Look what came out!
Isn't that...
Is that an iron skewer? Check it out. The handle looks like it's made of bone. Pretty clever.
The sword of destruction, encased in bone and sheathed in meat. It brought catastrophe unto Byakuya.
As expected of Teru Teru. Such a fantastic weapon from the ultimate chef.
You're wrong. I'm not the killer. I'm not the kind of person who would kill someone.
I don't know.
I got it. You all set me up. You guys set me up so you could blame this on me.
Jeez, what a disappointment. Such an unseemly defense for an ultimate like you. Can you really call that hope?
Hey, Nagito. I'm sorry, but can you just be quiet?
Yeah, no, you don't shut the fuck up. Okay. I mean, it's hard to describe myself.
He said, "You're all nothing but a bunch of poor, loudmouth, fast food eating hicks."
You don't need to translate anymore. Somehow I can tell what he's trying to say.
Let's just deal with Naruto later. More importantly, we should first...
I guess we need to settle this, once and for all. To do that, we need to go over the entire incident from beginning to end and make everything clear.
Yay! Go over the entire incident, and then I can prove Teru Teru's crime. That's right. If we don't do that, we can't end this no matter how much time passes.
So, we need to do it.
Finally come to this, my throb is chest. Every case has one last feature to bring the class trial to an end. This is the closing argument. In this phase, you'll give a complete summary of the case. You'll have to reproduce the order of events in the case in the form of a comic book. This reproduction is merely Hajime's imagination, so there will be gaps here and there. God, Hajime. Gaps in areas where a number of pieces are missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the truth panels provided. Around 3 to 5 truth panels make up one set. Inside that one set, there will be correct panels placed among incorrect panels. If you use up all the correct panels contained in one set, it will switch to a new set. After that, if you fill in all the holes, you will clear the challenge. I'm pretty sure some of you already noticed that, but it will be difficult to complete with so many gaps. But once you fill some in, it will become much simpler. For those of you who played the previous game, you might hesitate at first, but it's basically the same concept. Now, though when playing and solving the closing argument, there's a certain trick. If you move the reticle onto the gaps in the page, it will display hints at the top of the screen. This type of hint will ask what kind of scene is drawn in the gap. Also, if you move the reticle onto a truth panel, it will display a hint as well. This hint explains the scene contained in that panel. Put together those two hints and think carefully. Of course, don't forget there will be a time limit. Good luck and have fun! Let's go! So, we're looking, everyone at the party is... Ooh. Okay, so we don't have the thing for that one yet. Storage room before the blackout. Same scene as the office. Room and dining room. Okay. Okay. The moment it got dark, Byakuya put on the thing. Who did Byakuya see? Go obtain the storage room. No? Okay. What was found under the table? I heard it. What are the controls? Okay. I don't... What? Hmm? These ones don't fit, do they? Oh, did I just miss a page? Okay, I missed a page, it's fine. And Stock 3. Here's Chiaki. Weapon hidden in. No. It's fine. There's a bookie. Last stock. Close the fire door. And it's hidden in the big meat on the bone.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Go on, Hajime.
Let's
Smash
try
it,
going
mate.
over the whole incident, beginning with right after the party started. Byakuya had us gather in the dining hall of the old building near the hotel. He was extra cautious about a murder occurring that night because of a threatening letter he received. Therefore, he decided to throw a party so he could monitor us. Though one person didn't come, the rest of us assembled at the dining hall, and the party was underway. But at that time, the trap set by a certain someone was already in motion. They plugged 3 irons into the outlets in the storage room, which nearly capped the power usage. Additionally, they prepared something else that would activate at 11:30 p.m. The air conditioners in the office and dining hall. They had already set the timers for these. Thanks to the irons maxing out the power usage, the breaker was tripped when the air conditioners kicked on.
Yeah. It's that big brain
Since
shit.
the windows in the old building were covered, the blackout plunged the dining hall into total darkness.
Okay.
But when that happened, Byakuya took out a specific item that he brought in his case. That item was the night vision goggles. Byakuya was so concerned about a murder occurring that he brought a variety of security equipment with him. When he put on his night vision goggles, Byakuya witnessed a certain someone making a suspicious move.
It's your bitch Naruto.
He saw Nagito guiding himself with the desk lamp's power cord so he could get under the table. That's right, everything up to that point was all part of Nagito's plan. The murder warning to Byakuya, the source of the blackout, it was all Nagito.
But then Byakuya fucked him up.
While the blackout was happening, someone else, the real killer, began making their move in the kitchen. The killer probably already knew about Nagito's plan, so they knew a blackout was coming. That's why the killer prepared all the items they would need to commit their crime in the dark beforehand. They needed a light source, which was provided by the portable stove in the kitchen. They needed a weapon, too. This had also been hidden in the kitchen beforehand.
Okay. Big meat boy.
The long iron skewer used in the churrasco dish. The killer hid that inside that meat with the bone in it.
I feel like you've got to really want to commit a murder to even come up with that. That's a lot of effort.
With the weapon and portable stove in hand, the killer stepped out into the hallway. First, they closed the fire door in the hallway so their light source wouldn't peek toward the dining hall. Then, guided by the light, the killer headed toward the storage room and grabbed a specific item. That's right, a tablecloth to block the blood splatter.
I love these little comics. They're cool.
With this, the killer finished their preparations and snuck under the floorboards through the secret passage. They probably turned off the portable cooking stove at that point, or left it near the entrance of the door. The floor in the dining hall is full of gaps, so there's no way they could have safely held a light source. But thanks to the glowing mark they painted earlier, the killer was able to get beneath the table. Under the table, Byakuya found the knife that had been hidden there. If only he had retreated, he probably wouldn't have gotten killed, but he had to retrieve that knife. And at that moment, the killer lurking beneath the floorboard stabbed straight up with the iron skewer. The killer had been waiting in the dark for the moment when the glowing paint began to move. After they murdered Byakuya, the killer purposefully shouted from beneath the floorboards to make it seem like they were still in the dining hall. Afterward, they came out from underneath the floorboards and rushed back to the kitchen. And then, after hiding the murder weapon in the kitchen, they rejoined the group as if nothing had happened. There's only one person who would have been able to commit this crime, especially if that person is someone who'd think of an unexpected way to hide a weapon inside food.
Which is an odd skill to have.
Isn't that right, Teru Hanamura? That's what happened. How about it? Did I get anything wrong?
Oh, sorry.
This is a mistake. A mistake, I tell you. I would never kill anyone.
Well, you did.
Would never.
Have very little sympathy for you, mate. Honestly.
It seems this is the end.
Murdered a whole human being. Oh, calm down. Holiday. Yeah, I know I screwed up at some points. But look at all those points I got. A B? No. Can't be a B. That's a shame, isn't it?
It looks like your argument has come to a close.
Yeah.
Oops! I lost control of my wild side for a second. Was that a side effect of the meat I just ate? Well, putting that aside, let's move along to the nerve-wracking voting time! Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote. Oh, just a reminder, make triple sure you vote for someone. If you don't vote, I'm gonna eat you up just like that meat from earlier.
Why did this happen?
Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Such heart-pounding excitement!
Guilty boy. He did a murder. Oh, it's over. Now I just have to listen to them babble on. Now I've got to listen to his sad story. That's right, this time the blackened responsible for killing Byakuya Togami is Teru Hanamura.
No. You.
Are you serious? Out of all these people, are you saying a ponce like him is the one who killed Byakuya? But why? Why did you kill him? It was a mistake. I'm telling you, it was just a mistake. I was only trying to save you guys. I was only trying to stop Nagito from murdering one of you. Huh? Trying to stop? What do you mean? I spent all morning in the old building preparing the dishes for the party, and then I heard a weird laughter near the dining hall. And when I peeked over there, I saw him. I saw Nagito in the middle of cleaning duty, putting the knife under the table. I had a bad feeling about it, so I continued to watch what he was doing. I saw him place the irons he bought in the storage room and mess with the air conditioner timers. Plus, he was grinning, just grinning by himself the whole time. So, I questioned him.
When that happened, he... You caught me? What?
Been caught.
Hey!
What are you doing? What are you scheming? I'm planning to kill someone, of course. Teru, just to let you know, it's pointless of you to stop me. If you stop me now, doesn't matter. I'll never give up. Whether it's tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, or days beyond that, I'll definitely start the killing.
Impossible!
No matter how much you want to leave this island, that's just... I see. So that's what you think.
Well...
But that's not it at all. This isn't about my survival. I just want the killing to start.
What?
What are you saying? I love everyone here. That's why I want to be of good use to them. I love all of the Ultimates, and I admire them for being symbols of hope.
Amazing!
That's right. In the name of hope, I love everyone's talents from the bottom of my heart. That's why I don't want them to lose against something like killing. I want them to prove to me that hope will never lose, no matter how daunting the despair they face may seem. I want everyone to prove to me that hope will never lose to despair.
No.
What are you saying? I don't understand at all.
See?
Isn't it typical that if you face a strong enemy, you'll become even stronger yourself? Which means the stronger despair you face, the stronger everyone's hope will become, right? I want to see that brightness. And in order to see it, I'm going to become everybody's stepping stone. I want to make your hopes shine. It's as simple as that. That's right. I yearn for a powerful hope that can overcome any kind of despair.
You're kidding, right?
Don't tell me. You're actually serious.
Man.
So you don't understand. That's fine. I don't really mind. I'm just an obsessed fanboy, so it's alright that this love of mine is unrequited. I suppose I can be called the ultimate fanatic.
No way!
There's something wrong with you. Really? Do you really think so? Do you really think there's something wrong with me?
Hey.
But isn't that what love is? What is the meaning of this? Explain it to me, I don't understand anything about this story at all.
See?
If you have a favourite boxer, don't you want him to fight against a strong opponent and win?
Don't fuck with me!
You better not compare us to that.
What?
Am I wrong? It's a given that trials are necessary to become strong, and the harsher the trial, the stronger you become. No? For me humans, killings are simply a tragedy, but for worthy humans, a trial such as this can elevate their status to an even higher level.
Amazing!
It's amazing to me that someone as untalented as myself become that trial. There's no point in someone like me surviving. It's far more significant for me to die as everyone's trial.
Great!
There's no greater honour than becoming the foundation so that your values may ascend to brave new heights.
What's going on?
Stop it. You're seriously starting to piss me off.
What's going on?
I don't understand at all. Are you saying you basically wanted to commit murder for fun? It's not the same as killing someone for fun, but I guess it'd look the same in your eyes. I have no intention of surviving and leaving you all to die. Is that why you didn't mind when Teru discovered your plan?
That's wrong.
Or perhaps that was intentional too.
So...
Nagito wanted to involve us in the killing. Plus, it'd be better for him if the mystery was more complex. Is that why you blatantly revealed your plan to Teru? You expected to pique Teru's curiosity, and you looked forward to the mystery becoming more complex. Well, you're basically right. It's true, I was looking forward to that. That's why I took the time to tell him about the secret passage I found while I was cleaning.
What?
That was your doing as well.
You're right.
I just casually mentioned it. Oh, it's dangerous if you fall, so don't get too close to it. This dude, he's seriously batshit crazy. He's insane. That's right. That's why I tried to stop him, you know?
However...
But why? Why did you kill Byakuya instead? I don't know. Because Nagito was the one who was supposed to take that knife. That's why I aimed and thrusted the iron skewer there. But why is Byakuya the one who died? It was supposed to be Nagito, not him. Byakuya probably tried to stop Nagito from grabbing the knife. And then in place of Nagito.
Nope.
I don't think that's it. Huh?
Perhaps...
Byakuya was probably trying to protect Nagito. What did you say?
See?
Because Byakuya said so, didn't he? Don't worry, as long as I'm the leader, I won't let anyone become a victim.
I will guide you all.
That much I promise. Could it be? In order to keep that promise? As long as he was wearing the night vision goggles, I'm sure he saw someone moving under the floorboards. And that someone was aiming for Nagito.
Why?
So Byakuya gave his life to protect Nagito, even though he was trying to take the knife. I see. Byakuya is amazing. To keep his promise to protect everyone, he actually threw his own life away. And yet, I never expected an ending like this. Such despair. What? But we shouldn't let him die in vain. I'm sure everyone will become even stronger by overcoming this despair.
No way.
Could it be you knew Byakuya would protect you, so you set him up to fail?
Someone like
Of course not. I'm not that good at calculating. I just took some precautionary measures. The results of that were going to be my fun for later. Just kidding.
How unexpected.
But I never expected it would turn out like this. I never thought I'd be the one to survive. But since it was my life that had been saved, I didn't want to just waste it. So that's why I decided to help Teru. Why? Why? Well, because Teru decided to commit his crime because he also had strong hope, right? Which means his actions were motivated by hope. If he was willing to go that far, I thought he might truly be the person whose existence I was waiting for. I thought he might be the hope that could defeat any type of despair. In order for me to confirm it, I decided to help Teru. What do you mean confirm? Just stop it already.
Well...
Plus, I couldn't really help myself when I also empathized with Teru. After all, he wanted to kill me, but he ended up killing Byakuya instead, you know? If I left him in that confused state, this trial might have been ruined, right?
Isn't that right?
But in order for our hope to grow, this trial was absolutely necessary. That's why I decided to help him. I told him I don't care if I die, so you should just focus on escaping this island.
Right?
Those were my exact words to him before the investigation. Isn't that right, Teru? Trigger finger on my keyboard there.
Man.
In the end, my help just wasn't enough. And this turned out to be a bad ending for Teru. But you should be proud of yourself. You will not die in vain.
Great.
You will become a splendid sacrifice for everyone else so their hopes can grow even more powerful.
Impossible!
Sacrifice.
Shut up!
Seriously, stop it already. I'm going to go crazy just listening to you.
Hey!
Is it really okay for us just to leave this crazy bastard alone like this?
Huh?
Is it better if we just fucking kill him off? Kill, you said. High school students are so violent these days. But the person who's gonna get killed now isn't Nagito. It's Teru.
What's the matter?
You didn't forget, right? Because I told you already at the beginning, right? If the Blackened Killer loses, a fun punishment awaits them.
Wait!
Hold on.
No.
That was, how should I put it, an accident and an act of self-defense, not intentional. Anyway, I feel it's possible it's not my fault. It doesn't matter if it's an accident, self-defense, or intentional. A murder is still a murder. If you kill someone, that's murder.
Hey!
But isn't there anything like sympathy judgments, extenuating circumstances, or maybe even probation?
Impossible!
I don't accept any of those claims. That's not... Hey, save me, you guys. I was only trying to stop Nagito, so... Be honest. After learning about Nagito's plan, you saw an opportunity, right? You probably thought nobody would find out if you killed him after messing up his plan, right? That's what you thought, right?
Wrong!
You're wrong. There's no way a person who has no malice would kill someone like that. In truth, you were just desperate to kill Nagito and willing to sacrifice everybody else to stay alive, right? Just be honest already, at least in the end.
No.
That is...
Teru.
Why?
If only you didn't try to kill Nagito, Byakuya would still be alive.
Answer me.
Why'd you try to commit murder? Answer me, Teru. I just wanted to go home.
I needed to go back home no matter what!
Because she's waiting for me. Mama is waiting for me at home. She's waiting all by herself for the day I graduate Host Peak Academy and come home.
Okay, I'm going now. When I come back, I think we should talk again about opening an Aoyama and Azabu location.
Oh my, you're still talking about that?
Oh, I'm serious. The Academy guarantees success for its graduates, right? So, I know it's gonna be difficult by yourself, but wait for me until then, okay?
Yes, you're right. Then I'll just have to do my best to keep the Hanamura Diner from going out of business until then.
Mom, you don't have to work so hard. What if you collapse again while I'm gone?
I'll be fine. Moms are strong. I won't lose to some illness.
I know that already.
I know that already.
I promised her I'd become a full-fledged cook and save the Hanamura Diner. Mama is waiting for me to keep that promise. Even though she's sick and alone, she's still waiting for me.
That's why I need to go home!
Teru. But if we were told our memories were stolen, and that several years have passed since our first day,
Hey!
and what happened to the Hanamura Diner? What happened to my mum, who's still waiting for me? So you did believe what Monokuma said?
Damn it!
You were saying all along, it's okay, I'll never believe something like this. So why? I still don't believe it. There's no way I can believe it. It has to be a lie.
That's why I wanted to go home!
I wanted to go home and confirm it. I wanted to make sure it was all just a lie. I wanted to make sure that I still have a place to call home. Teru, you... I don't believe it. I don't believe it. It's not that Teru didn't believe it. He believed it more than anybody else here. That's why he kept denying it. Because he believed it. He needed to deny it. If I only knew how he felt, something like this never would have happened. I wanted to confirm by any means necessary. I had to do something. That's when I heard Nagito's plan. I found out he was going to kill someone if I left him alone. That's why.
Fine.
He wanted the first kill.
I'm sorry.
You guys, it doesn't mean I wanted to sacrifice any of you, but it was the only thing I could do. And I ended up killing Byakuya instead of Nagito. I see.
I think I'm the one who went crazy.
Teru. I see. Interesting, but as far as motives to kill are concerned, wanting to see your mum is boring. What?
So...
Seems there's no point in basking in the afterglow, so let's hurry up and begin the punishment.
You can't! Jeez, get out of my way! Well now.
There, now that annoying little sister has been dealt with, let's get back to business.
Wait!
Hold on a sec. I'm not asking for forgiveness anymore, but at least
Now then,
I've
I
heard a
prepared a very special punishment.
Teru Hanamura, the ultimate cook. Call me chef. No, wait, that's not what Please tell me at least what happened to the Hanamura diner, to Mama.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
Lies! I won't believe this!
I won't believe it. Oh. Oh. My back is dead. Let's watch someone get executed. He gonna get deep fried. I need to sneeze. It's fine. It's all good. I love that they don't turn away. They just actively watch it.
Extreme.
Imagine actively watching the execution like that. Man, that's ballsy. The adrenaline was rushing through me. Teru.
Damn it!
Oh, you fucking serious? Oh.
How cruel.
Why? Why'd you do something so cruel?
What?
Didn't you learn while you were in elementary school? If you badmouth someone, the teacher writes it in a note and makes whoever you badmouth read it to you in front of the class.
No.
When that happens, only then do you think about how it feels to be bad-mouthed. So if you murder someone, they get murdered so they know how it feels to get murdered. The same applies to murder.
What are you saying?
You're the one who drove him to do it. So cruel. This is just too cruel.
Nice!
Well, it can't be helped. Rules are rules, and this is the killing rule, after all. What rule? You're the one who's breaking the rules. I can't just let that slide. What do you mean? When you mentioned the motive, didn't you also promise something? However, there's a catch. Don't tell me the catch is... Figured it out yet? You guys have to kill each other. That's my bargaining point. You guys want to know, right? You want your school memories returned to you, right? Then you better start killing. A penny for your thoughts and a murder for your memories. Why? Why didn't you tell Teru about his mom or his diner? You had a right to know. Us too, we all have a right to know. Hurry up and tell us. What do you mean earlier when you mentioned our school memories? Oh yeah, I did promise to return your memories after the killing began. You're gonna do it? But telling them is kind of... But I never told you guys that I'd tell you right away.
What? Not fair.
That's not fair.
Of course!
I'll keep my promise to return your memories someday. But it's still not clear when that someday will actually be. I must excuse myself as well. There's something I need to do.
Huh?
What the heck?
So
It's not fair. They both ran away.
Then...
Monokuma had us wrapped around his finger after all.
Stupid.
You stupid.
Such despair.
An ending like this is just full of despair. Seriously tragic despair. But still, at times like this, as the symbols of hope, you guys need to keep doing your best.
You.
Why are you smiling? How can you smile in a situation like this, you creep?
Nope.
Hold on, I'm sad too, you know. Didn't I tell you? From the bottom of my heart, I truly love you all. You ultimates who inspire hope, and your splendid talents. There's no way I can be happy when we've lost such a talented individual.
Don't fuck with me!
Don't go saying creepy shit, I'll fucking kill you. Please, kill me anytime.
What?
If you hate me, I don't mind you killing me. I've already prepared myself to become your stepping stone.
Someone like me?
Absolute hope can be born from that. Then my life is nothing special. How messed up are you?
Hey.
If you're gonna kill me, make sure you discuss it with me beforehand. Okay? You see, if you do that, then I can cooperate with the killer. Are you seriously intending to help the killer? It's really not that big of a deal. If you're students of Hope's Peak Academy, if you're the symbols of hope who possess the chosen talents,
Great.
then it shouldn't matter to you guys at all if I cooperate with the killer, right?
You fiend.
Declaring so confidently that you'll side with the killer.
Hey!
Maybe this was his plan all along. Since he's willing to work with the killer, he wants us to think it's better for us not to kill him. Well, I don't mind what you think of me. In actuality, thanks to Byakuya, I'm starting to feel a small desire to live. How's that feel?
This is exciting!
I just want to watch everyone destroy all the despair that comes for you, one after the other. Just kidding.
Pissed me off.
Can I punch her? I won't be satisfied till I punch her. Fine. Let's stop this already. It's just going to be a waste of time if we keep dealing with him.
What?
Even Hajime hates me now.
How unfortunate.
That stings. I felt you and I were quite similar. What is that?
Isn't that right?
You hold a special feeling toward Hope's Peak Academy, just like me. Don't put me in the same category as you. Don't pair me.
Hey.
But how can you say you're not? Monokuma said it himself. We don't know anything about each other's true nature. No, if it's true that our school memories were stolen, it's the same as not knowing our true selves too. Especially for you, right? Someone who can't even remember what their talent is. Akane, please feel free to punch him. Will do.
Wait.
Hold on. Please stop this at once. Nothing will come of fighting like this. There's something else we must do. Something else?
Please listen.
We must not argue with each other in a place like this. There is something more important we must do.
Let me ask.
Which is do our best.
You fiend.
Well?
We must first leave here and get some rest. And then we shall all work together and do our best. Do our best so we never have to come back here again.
Perhaps.
That is what I believe we must do right now.
I am sorry.
If only I was a better motivational speaker. No, that really touched my heart. You're totally right. What we need to do right now is do our best. If we do our best, it's definitely going to pay off, right?
Yes.
That's right.
Like...
But what do we have to work hard at? I do not know, but we must do our best.
Jeez.
I don't get you at all. You're some kind of moron.
Well?
It's fine if you don't know. What matters is that you hold on to the feeling that you have to do your best.
Right?
So let's do our best. Let's make sure a killing like this never happens again.
But...
It's scary, but doing our best is our only option. There's no way I'm doing what Nagito said.
I'm gonna do it!
I don't know what you're talking about, but let's do our best for now.
Fine.
Even if not able to change the future, I guess I should at least change my tomorrow. Damn fiend. I won't give up until the end. I won't die in vain. I'll give my entire existence, my entire power, my entire body and soul, and fight to the very end. You're right. Let's definitely work together and leave this island. Do our best. Kept using that phrase over and over again. Even though we knew they were just cheap, meaningless, empty words. Regardless, we still said it. And we continued to say it over and over again without stopping. Oh, thus the curtain had fallen upon the class trial, where Byakuya and Teruteru were sacrificed. Afterwards, we left the trial grounds and returned to the mainland of Jabberwock Island. For the time being, we decided to go back to our cottages. Oh, Hajime, honestly, mate, save it. Please let me go. No, he's not letting me go. He's like, no, you're gonna fucking stay right here, right now. Fine. After experiencing something like that, there's no way I could fall asleep. Or is it? Ah, okay, now I can. Thought it wasn't letting me for a second. System, save. I know it's like right at the end of the chapter and I could just read this bit, but I'm not bothered. My throat is killing me. Like, genuinely. Oh. Let's go. Oh. Oh my gosh. My thing says 3 hours 11 minutes. Shocking. Oh. Cheers for hanging around. And I'll continue on with this. Got to finish this game, haven't I? Got to finish this game at the very least. And then we'll see where we go from there. It's going to take a while. The last one took a while. And I know this one is going to take just about as long. Which means I'm going to be playing this for the next month of my life. That's fine. Oh. Thank you for hanging out with me again. It's nice to be back, even though my legs hurt and my back hurts and I want to stand up. But I'll see you soon-ish. Hopefully. Fingers crossed.